takes, and the wildest stories from the world of pro wrestling. Whether you're a diehard fan or just stepping into the squared circle, we're here to give you the real scoop on everything happening in the ring.
I'm your host, RJD, and we're about to take a ride through the latest and greatest in pro wrestling. Get ready for all our hot takes, deep dives, and all the wrestling you never knew you needed.
Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button and join What the Wrestling family so you never miss an episode. Now let's step into the ring.
You're listening to the What the Wrestling podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Oh, you already know what time it is. Money in the Bank, everybody. Money in the Bank has come and gone. And my, oh my, there are major implications that happen. But at the end of the day, the biggest story, truth has returned. But not for the reasons you might think. And there's a lot going on, and a lot of people are calling cap.
Stop it. Get some help.
And they are lying through their teeth. But we're going to get into it. And we're going to get into Money in the Bank. So let us not waste any more time. Let's go. Yes. Tis I, RJD here. Welcome to What the Wrestling, the show that brings you all things wrestling. Hit the like button. Once again, I am your host, RJD. Please follow me, RJD, on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok at What the Wrestling, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And follow me, RJD, on the Twitter, on X, RJ699. Hit the like button. Continue to rock out. Thank you for everybody for rocking out and supporting the show. I appreciate you all. We all wrestling fans. We all love this thing called wrestling. And man, oh man, it is for reasons like R-Truth returning that I love wrestling. Shout out to R-Truth. No updates at the moment. There will be a slight change in the live stream schedule. No other changes besides that. When I get into it, it most likely will be Fridays, and there'll be very short videos and clips throughout the week, but Fridays is going to most likely be the live stream day where I'll go through all the shows and I'll put up clips throughout the week or very short videos throughout the week to get everybody over to Friday when I live stream. So, and I'll talk about all the news and everything at once. So I'm going to make some adjustments. It'll mostly be Mondays and Fridays. So look out for that. That will be changing. The stream schedule will be changing. So look out for that. Probably Mondays and Fridays. I know I say things 3 times because sometimes people forget. Not that they're stupid.
You stupid.
But they forget. So that is only thing we're updating. All right, let's get into it. R-Truth, everybody. R-Truth is back. So first of all, Don DeMarco fan. But let's get this straight. So let's look at this timeline. R-Truth was unceremoniously released along with Carlito, along with Valhalla. Shout out to her. And they were all recently let go last week. Money in the Bank happened on Saturday. So R-Truth just had a big match with Cena. He's been in the company 17 years. And he just had that big match with Cena. And then they jobbed him out, did the job for JC Mateo, Mr. Jeff Cobb on the way out. And then right after that, I think on Wednesday, he got released. Put out a statement on Twitter. Hey, they're not released. They're not picking up your contract. Now, the problem with that is you can't keep hiring all these new people. Look at the new faces in the last 4 or 5 years. The Ethan Pages and the Julias and the Ricky Saints and the Roxanne Perez's and all the new faces the Braun Breakers and all the new faces that are coming around now. You cannot have a whole bunch of new people and you don't get rid of anybody. It don't work like that.
Nope.
That's not math.
You stupid.
It's simple mathematics. So eventually they were going to have to make some kind of adjustment, and some people are going to have to move or let go or something. It was going to have to happen. Just like in AEW, it's the same thing. You can't hire Tom, Dick, and Harry, and then all of a sudden everybody has a job. No, you only have so many slots for TV. You can't put everybody on TV at once. So eventually they were going to have to let people go. The problem is they let Ron, I'm about to say Ron Killings, that's his name, but R-Truth, they let him go. It's seemingly out of nowhere because he's in this thing with Cena. He has the match. He loses. Cool. Fun match for what it was. Wasn't a long match, but it didn't need to be. And I said on one of my streams last week, I said there was plenty of story, and there's a lot of story to tell with R-Truth and Cena. They could have did a title versus career match. They could have used R-Truth for, like, listen, you're despicable. Like, I'm your biggest fan. And he could have beat the hell out of R-Truth, bloodied him up, wrote him off TV, and then maybe they could have quietly released him, or they could have bloodied and like injured him, and then they could have wrote him off and released him on the low, whatever. Or they could have used him to bring Cena back to the light, to bring him back to bring him from the dark side and bring him back to the light. They could have used R-Truth for that. But they didn't do none of that. None of it. They had that goddamn shirt, that R-Truth shirt, that Ron Cena shirt, and that damn thing was selling like hotcakes. Like hotcakes. I would have kept him around just for that. Just for that. As much merch as he was selling, I would have kept him around just for that, because he's making us money. Even if you know these corporations, they all about money. It's all about the bread. It's all about the Benjamins. We get it. That's cool. Everybody's in business. You get in business to make money. Corporations got to make money. Cool. I don't care about the ads. I don't care about corporations making money. We all got to make money. What's the good of having a corporation if they don't make no bread? So, but as much merch as he was moving, that's the guy you want to let go? He's been in the company 17 years. Between the fans, between wrestlers, and between other people and other promotions showing love for our truth, between the fans saying we want truth on 3 different shows. I think they did it on NXT as well. We want truth. SmackDown, we want truth. This didn't make any sense. Why did you let this brother go?
You stupid.
That's an L. That's an L. So they let him go. And then what happened is they know they messed up. You know you did. And the fans, they didn't revolt like back in the day. The fans used to revolt back in the day. Like when Daniel Bryan lost and the fans revolted. They was like, no, we want him. But at the end of the day, TKO and all of those good people over there, they know they effed up. So they said, you know what? We got to get him back. We got to get him back. And they called him. And I'm going to read to you here. He wasn't even answering the phone call. He was like, F y'all.
You stupid.
I ain't answering nothing.
Nope.
Oh my God. Y'all let me go. Now y'all want me back. He wasn't even answering the phone call. So let me read you two backstage things that happened. So in the days following Truth's departure, a wave of wrestling promoters, companies reached out to him trying to book him. This is per E-Wrestling News, so take it with a grain of salt. And numerous WWE talents also confirmed the situation was not a work. So him coming back at Money in the Bank was not a work. So if you think it's a work, don't be stupid. If you think it's a work, that's an L for you.
You stupid.
This is not a work. They got rid of him because they effed up. They messed up. Several described emotional goodbyes and said the backstage atmosphere was one of shock and disappointment. One source put it bluntly, and I quote, "There was a lot of tears. Killings was shocked as well as kind of disgusted. We all were." And you know why? Because, keep going, according to talent close to the situation, Truth was let go in a, quote, cold and impersonal way, unquote. Reportedly notified by lower level talent relations employee rather than anyone from upper management. All right. Stop there. Why would you do that?
You stupid.
The brother has been there 17 years. He couldn't get a call from Triple H. He couldn't get a call from somebody in management, the people that we don't know about. That's in management. Like, budget cuts, kid, budget cuts. Like, lie to me, something. But don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. Don't do that. Some lower tier guy like, yeah, bro, we letting you go. We're not picking your option back up. All right, thanks. They didn't give him a final run. They didn't give him. Now, does he need a John Cena-like farewell tour? No, but you could have wrote it into the story and got creative with it. Like, we could have sent him off properly. Like, you could have had Cena beat the crap out of him, beat him, pin him, and then, you know what? Give him his last swan song with the fans. How many times have they done that? They pan the camera out, the fans clap, because they know the guy's leaving or whatever, or it leaks that the guy's leaving, and the fans clap, and they're like, yo, they did it in NXT with Aleister Black, Ricochet, all those people, and then Adam Cole, and then they bring them on up. So why can't you do that when you're sending somebody off? 17 years of service? And my thing is, you couldn't find nothing for him to do. So 17 years of experience doesn't mean anything. He can't help the younger talent. He can't produce a match. He can't be a manager or producer. He can't continue to be. He's entertaining. People like him, and he's entertaining. You could have found something for him to do backstage. On top of the fact, he's making you money. All those shirts were. I almost bought one of the shirts. I probably still might if it's still there. Because I thought that shirt was dope as hell. First of all, it's funny as hell and it's dope as hell. So how do you not find something for that guy? 17 years of experience. But you got room for Nikki Bella, though. You got room for Nikki Bella, but you don't got room for R-Truth in any capacity. He can't help out the company at all. There's nothing Ron Killings can do. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here with that garbage. So, continuing. Truth reportedly ignored multiple WWE attempts to reconnect through the week until WWE CEO Nick Khan personally intervened. Sources say Khan's involvement led to a new contract being worked out that was described as meeting halfway. So, listen, it's not my business to count the brother's pockets. At the end of the day, I'm glad he got rehired. I mean, obviously he likes to work there because he's been there so long. And they effed up. And they know they effed up. And it's like, if I was with some place for 17 years, that's a long ass time, first of all. But if I was with a company for 17 years and like the people couldn't even call me into, like, we was all just there. You couldn't call me into an office like, yo, bro, listen. Listen, we thank you for your service, but we will not be renewing your option. Even something like, even businesses and corporations do that when they let managers go. You meet with the manager, you meet with the people, and it's like, listen, this is rough, but we're moving in a different direction. They call you into the office. They don't give you a BS phone call like, yo, we out. It's not like this brother's in NXT or something and he's only been there 6 months. It's not working out, kid. No, been there forever. Makes no sense. So, yeah, a lot of people saying this was a work. This was not a work. Nick Khan I don't know if Nick Khan got on the phone and called them and said, yo, you're ignoring our calls, man. What's up? Yo, you let me go over the phone, bro. I've been there 17 years. I tell you, these jobs ain't loyal.
Nope.
It don't matter what job you're at. You are a number. You are a statistic, and you will be treated as such because that's how they see you.
You stupid.
And unfortunately, it's the sad reality of life. A company's purpose is to make money. And the best way that they can. A company's purpose is not to help you. They will pay you whatever they could pay you to get the most out of you. Now, obviously, these are higher priced professions if you're an entertainer on WWE and you're a wrestler, but you're still an employee. They could call you an independent contractor all you want. Break those terms and conditions and see how much of an independent contractor you will be. You're going to be independent. Break those terms and conditions in that contract of your independent contract. And we'll see how much of an independent contractor you are.
Nope.
Get the hell out of here with that. But they know they messed up. And he wasn't entertaining the cause. R-Truth was about to hit the indie scene and make bank. R-Truth was about to get paid. But what happened is Nick Khan picked up the phone. Nick Khan probably called them and was like, yo, bro, fans are asking for you. We want to bring you back. We ain't going to pay you XXX, but we'll pay you YYY. And then they met in the middle. Great. Glad to see him back on TV. So do not let people fool you into thinking that this was a work. This was absolutely 100% not a work. And they absolutely know they messed up. And they absolutely had to fix it. And they fixed it. The last thing I'll say before I go on to the review is we did this. The tweets, the fans, the tweets, we want truth, the wrestlers, we did this. We got this brother his job back. They listened to us because they had to listen to us because they know they effed up and they know they had to fix it. And they didn't want it to get crazy. Now, did they have to listen to us? No, not at all.
Nope.
They didn't have to listen to nothing. They could have said, man, F all y'all. We're going to do what we want to do. But they listened to us. They listened to the fans and the wrestlers and the outcry of support. And when they looked at it, they were like, damn, maybe we could have did that a little better. And they made it right. And now let's see if he is integrated into the story of the redemption arc. Maybe he will be. But I'm glad that they listen to us, because they don't always listen to us. They may not listen to us for another 5, 10, 15 years. Who knows? So the fact that they did listen to us and they brought him back, man, that crowd reaction was something serious. So be proud, fans of the product, wrestling fans all across the world, all across all social media platforms. Be proud of yourselves, because you did this. They made it happen, but you did it. All right, Money in the Bank, y'all. Money in the Bank.
Give me a hell yeah.
Money in the Bank. All right. Money in the Bank started off as follows. We had who we had? We had Rhea Ripley, Naomi, Roxanne Perez, Stephanie Van Coeur, and Julia in this match. I will summarize the whole thing. This was a good match. The best spot of the match to me were Stereo Code Reds by the Pop Rocks by Perez, and the Code Red by and Alexa Bliss, and the Code Red by Alexa Bliss, and the Devil's Kiss by the Devil's Kiss on the ladder by Stephanie Van Coeur, and the crowd was like, yeah. Shout out to Booker T, man. Oh man, if there's one thing I'm gonna miss, it's Booker T going yeah. That is hilarious to me. I don't even know when he started doing that, but it was hilarious. Oh my god. But anyway, this match concluded when Naomi basically pushed both of the ladies, I think it was Julia and Roxanne, off the ladder, and then she went up and got the briefcase, and I'm not gonna lie, she needed this win. Naomi needed this one bad, y'all. She turned heel, lost to Jade at WrestleMania, which is okay. I would have had her win, but she lost. And Alexa Bliss, she just got back, not really in anything. Julia and Roxanne, they were friends, now enemies, so they're frenemies. Rhea Ripley is the easy choice. Nobody really wanted that, and Rhea Ripley doesn't need Money in the Bank. Stephanie Van Coeur just got there, so you're not going to put it on her yet. So Roxanne Perez probably is the only one that you might have done it with, but I'm glad it was Naomi, because Naomi needed this win. And now with her, Tiffany Stratton, Jade, Bianca, that whole mix of women, we're going to get some good storytelling out of that. So I was happy about that. Dominic Mysterio beat Octagon Jr. in a fun little match. Didn't go that long. Interference by Alexa Bliss. Interference by Liv Morgan. Happy birthday to her, by the way. I heard it was her birthday today or yesterday. And 619 Frog Splash, and that was all she wrote. So shout out to her. Then we have Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria. First of all, these ladies.
Give me a hell yeah.
It's like every single time they wrestle, it's just like, we gonna work. It's like every time I watch them wrestle each other, it's like the work rate is just impeccable. These ladies can go, both of them. Like, I'm appreciating Becky Lynch. I mean, don't get me wrong. When she first did the man gimmick, Becky 2 belts, I appreciated Becky Lynch, and I always knew she was good. I knew she was good back then, even when she was trying to find herself and all that. But I'm talking about like way, way, way back when she first won the SmackDown title. I liked Becky Lynch back then. I thought she was unique and interesting and all that. But like, she can go, man. Y'all gonna put some respect on her name, man. Lyra Valkyria, I was saying that in NXT. Like, damn, that girl can wrestle her ass off. Jesus. Like, and it's not like it's shocking. It's just, I appreciate the work rate, man. Like, these ladies go in there and they're like, we gonna wrestle. We gonna wrestle and we gonna kick each other's asses, and then we're gonna go have a beer afterward. like shout out to them. Like, shout out to them, man. Shout out to all the Irish, the fighting Irish for real. Jesus. These ladies are savages. And I mean that in an absolute good way. So they had a good back and forth match. Basically, work rate high. We had a Nightwing to the outside. Both women got into the ring at the count of 9.999. Valkyria tried some hard strikes. Excuse me. But Valkyria countered the manhandle slam into a roll-up. But then Becky Lynch re-rolled her up and grabbed the tights and got the win. After the match, she was supposed to raise her hand, so she raised her hand. Then she said, no, raise my hand in all four rings. So she raised her hand in all four corners of the ring. Then she said, no, and I put the belt on my waist. So she got her, she put the belt around her waist, and then I think gave her a Nightwing and called it a day. So, but this was great. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely phenomenal. Shout out to both these ladies showing us how it's done. Now, men's Money in the Bank. Men's Money in the Bank. We had, so we had Seth Rollins, Americano from the Gulf of America, Andrade, L.A. Knight, yeah, El Penta, Cero Miedo, and Solo Sikoa. This was great. Great stuff. So we had multiple stories in this match. One of the stories was Americano came in. Penta had the match won going towards the end. He had the loaded mask. He kind of whacked him over the head with the loaded mask, and then he fell. So that kind of sucked for Penta. We had Solo Sikoa being the comedy relief of the night, like L.A. Knight, yeah. Shout out to Solo. And Solo really didn't say much. And then now Solo is just funny. Like, this was probably really him. Like, he's probably really like a jokester. Even though, don't get it twisted, he's a big dude. And he'll beat your ass. Like, he's probably funny as hell in real life. Solo Sikoa. So Solo had the match won. So Seth Rollins told Braun Breaker and Big Bronson Reed to come out. And then Fatu's music hit. And was like, look, Fatu. So Fatu comes out with JC. And then they have a big tag team brawl where he hit Bronson Reed. He hit Big Bronson Reed with a pop-up Samoan drop. That's not easy to do because that's a big boy. So that was cool. And then Solo's about to win. And as he's climbing the ladder, Fatu grabs him, looks up at him. He's trying to go up. He can't do it. And I like the way he milked it too. That was kind of cool, the way he milked it. And he said, I hate you, Solo. Pulls him down, knocks his ass out, super kick, gets him up out of there. And that was that. And there was also this very, very cool spot where Americano was on one ladder and he pushes that ladder forward onto the very big ladder in the middle and then climbs up that ladder. And LA Knight ran up and kind of gave him a avalanche back body drop off the top of the ladder. That had to suck for real. So gave him an avalanche back body drop. And that was all she wrote there. But at the end, we had LA Knight, and we had LA Knight up there and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins ends up getting them down with a stomp, and Seth Rollins is going up. No interference. Just bodies everywhere, and Seth Rollins gets the win.
Give me a hell yeah.
Safe bet. Good high spots. Safe bet. Everybody looked good here. LA Knight looked good. Penta looked good. Americano, Chad Gable looked good. So everybody looked good. So Andrade, we need to get Andrade back in something meaningful, but shout out to him. So that was cool. Then we had the main event, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso versus Cena and Logan Paul. The big spot here was when, first of all, Logan Paul with the whole drone stuff, pretty cool. I like the different entrances that he does with the drones and the different camera angles. That was cool. There was one point where he did a lot of cool stuff. He did mess up a buckshot lariat, which is okay. He fell. He got super kicked, so they recovered nicely. So it is what it is. They saved it, and it looked like it was meant to be messed up. So that's cool. Listen, you mess it up, just keep going. But he was on. He had the drone. It flew to him, and then he's sitting there with the drone, and he's talking junk. Cody jumps up, gets him in the superplex position, and he gets superplexed with the drone in his head, and he's just laying there with the drone there. That was pretty cool, not gonna lie. And Logan Paul did a springboard moonsault from the ring to the table onto, if I'm not mistaken, Jey Uso. Holy hell, Logan Paul is athletic as all hell.
Give me a hell yeah.
We're gonna hit him with the he turned Super Saiyan right there.
It's over 9,000.
Because that move is hard, but he had to cover a lot of distance. He had to cover a lot of distance, and he covered that shit. So shout out to Logan Paul. And the table broke. It looked brutal. It was awesome. Cena grabbed the belt, whacked Cody. We all know what happens next. Cody comes, he's about to lose, but a masked man comes in, knocks Cena down, whacks him with the belt, unmasks himself. It's R-Truth. He's back. They talked it up as, oh, Ron Killings. We thought he was gone. Ah, shut up. You knew he wasn't gone. But anyway, Cody Rhodes comes back. Crossroads gets the win. And then during the press conference, they asked Triple H, so R-Truth, was that part of the show? Was that a work or what happened there? Triple H, and I quote, paraphrasing, he said, oh, did you enjoy the show? All part of the plan, man.
You stupid.
Nope.
You are lying. That was not part of the plan. I get why he said that. What is he supposed to say? What is he supposed to say? So I get it, but at the end of the day, that was not part of the plan. They brought him back because the fans were hijacking shit, and they didn't want the fans to continue to hijack it. So they did what they thought was best, which is let's just bring him back and we'll figure the rest out. And they did. They brought him back and they figured the rest out. Great. Good talk. So I'm happy for Truth. Happy for WWE. Everybody wins because they're going to make a lot of money now. R-Truth is back. He's going to make a lot of money now. So we're going to get a good story out of it. All is well with the world. I ain't mad at it. So that's all I got for you guys today. I am out of here. Like I said, change to the live streaming schedule. Probably won't go live again until Friday, and I'll catch up on all the shows throughout the week. We got another 4 hours of Dynamite on Wednesday. Lord help us all. But as for me, I'm out. Catch y'all later. Enjoy the day. Peace.